For our purposes, let's define two terms right up front. Term number one, what is a squeeze page? Okay, for our purposes on this call, a squeeze page is any page where someone can opt in to join your email list. All right, that's what a squeeze page is for our definition. Any place, any web property where somebody could go that if they put their email in and hit submit on a form, they would be added to your email list. So that's one of the definitions we need to know. The second definition that we need to know is conversion. And for our terms, conversion is how many people who viewed that page actually signed up. So if you had a page with a web form on it and 100 people visited that page and 63 of them signed up, you got what? You got a pretty good squeeze page, right? Because you got a 63% conversion. And 63% is very good. The typical person gets about 18% conversion. We average over 50 for so long I have quit counting. But anything under 50% squeeze page for us is no good because we always get over that. I'm going to show you that. Chicken or the egg, though, this is a scenario that we all face when we're starting to build our internet marketing business. And our chicken or the egg is this. Do we focus on getting the traffic first and then building a squeeze page? Or do we focus on building a squeeze page first and then sending traffic to it? And what's the answer to that? Go ahead and type that in there. Okay, I've seen a lot of people are getting the answer right. That's good. Okay. I see a lot of people getting it wrong. Now, I will give you a warning. Jason Fladlien is very good at asking trick questions like this one, because this is a trick question. The answer is it's neither or both. You don't build the squeeze page first, and you don't build the traffic first. You kind of do both simultaneously, okay? Now, ideally, in the ideal world, this is how you handle all this stuff. Ideally, what you would do is you would create the squeeze page first. And you would create not just one squeeze page, but you would create several different squeeze pages so you could have them all ready to go, all in a line, so when you do start generating traffic, you could split test the heck out of them. That's ideal, right? So ideally, you're building these squeeze pages while somebody on your team that you've hired is sending you traffic, or vice versa. They're building the squeeze pages while you're simultaneously sending traffic, and you're rotating in and out squeeze pages like mad, and eventually you're going to find one that's just going to crush it, right? That's ideal. Now, I don't live in the ideal world. I live in the real world, and I'm assuming you live in the real world as well. And in the real world, guess what? It's very tough to do that. So we kind of got to make a compromise in the real world. Here's what we do. We kind of do good enough solutions for both. We create a squeeze page as fast as we can while also sending traffic to it. And so we're building the squeeze page really fast. We stick it up there. We send some traffic to it. While that's going on, we build another squeeze page. And then we either siphon the traffic off of the first one to test it, or we send new traffic to this new squeeze page and we mess around with it that way. Does that make sense? We're always simultaneously both generating new traffic and tweaking and messing around with squeeze pages. Okay? That's how we do it in the real world. And we could talk A/B split test. We could talk about this and that. It doesn't really matter. Okay? What you do is you just create a squeeze page, you send some traffic to that, and while that's coming in, because it's statistically irrelevant if only 100 people hit that page and 60 of them sign up. You don't really know until you get bigger numbers. So those numbers right now are useless. What you do know is, hey, I got an email list with some names on it though, right? That's worth something. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to build this squeeze page, send some other traffic to that, and see what happens. And over time, some squeeze pages will do really good. Some will do horrible. Some things, some traffic sources will do really good, and some will do horrible. And after a while of building all these things up, you will have a process where you can look back and say, wow, I have 1,713 people on my email list, and I'm promoting products to them, and I'm making $28,000 in revenue a month. Okay? That's what happened to me, at least. Okay?